Hello, eavesdroppers. Welcome back to another pop culture tarot reading. I hope you all are feeling like $1,000,000. On today's episode, we're going to look into Miss Nicki Minaj. We have not been seeing Nicki. We have not heard from Nicki. Someone did request this reading, even though I had plans to do it anyway. So just in the nick of time, we're going to get into this reading. All right. Everything I say in this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what's going on with Miss Onika. How is she feeling right now? Does she plan to return to music? What tricks does she have up her sleeve? So Nikki is right now focusing on her spirituality. She is dwelling in a space of meditation. She's trying to calm herself down. She's trying to connect to the spiritual realm, connect to the Most High. She's definitely focused on future tense as opposed to past tense. I might be feel like she may be up to something, but whatever it is very high vibrational. Let's see what else. We have invocation. So she's doing a lot of prayer. She's petitioning spirit. And she's doing a lot of work on herself. She's doing a lot of calling things into existence right now, grounding herself spiritually, connecting to the creator. Yeah, just put the deck in and said spirituality. So she's focused on her spiritual well-being right now. And she's in a headspace right now where she's thinking it's time for her enemies to fall. I heard fall like dominoes, one after another. Okay, so what else is going on with Miss Minaj? We have angel numbers. So Spirit is giving her signs and wonders and synchronicity, repeating messages from the universe, divine guidance, and encouragement to keep going. She has spiritual support and protection from higher powers, and recurring patterns are showing up for her. So she's also looking at some of her choices up to now. I feel like she's going through somewhat of a reckoning within herself, not convicting herself. She's just self-assessing. What else? We have traveling. She could be traveling. And she's insulating herself. She's protecting herself from harm. She's cut off from other people. She's sheltered. She's shielded, secluded, and cut off. She doesn't want to be bothered. She only wants people around her that she feels like she can trust beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, we have divine love and divine contracts. She could be very well focused on her marriage right now, but contract and divine love could be with family, including her child, with the creator. Like I said, I feel like she's very much tapped into her spirituality. Yeah, she's done a lot of spiritual healing. And that's something that's going to come out of it. She's waiting to pop back out. She's waiting to pop out when people least expect it. And I feel like she's going to come in with a bang. I want to ask some specific questions about, the affiliation with Trump. A lot of people were, a little frustrated with her because they felt like she supported Trump. Show me what was behind the Trump thing. We have loud. So she was trying to be disruptive. We have the firmament, the sky, the heavens, domain, field, a realm. Okay, so she wanted to make noise here. She knew that would resound all over the world. She did that to intentionally get under people's skin. Why? We have conditions and conditional to test how loyal they were to her, to test if they really rock with her. Show me more. We have immortality, so she wanted to know if she could survive that level of controversy. Okay, I also feel like Nicki was trying to insulate herself through that relationship. She could have been seeking protection from, the people that she dealt with in the industry who have ostracized her, who have blacklisted her. I feel like she was looking for some kind of way to protect herself. Yes, there's a legacy that outlives an individual, famous and world renowned. She likes being controversial. How is she feeling about Beyonce? She said she's a casualty of war. She says she's non-combatant, a civilian, an unintentional victim, and an innocent bystander, maybe in her issue that she has with Jay-Z. And what's the lady's name? Perez. Somebody Perez. Desiree? No, that's the daughter. I can't think of the mother's name. She said Beyonce is struggling? What does that mean? with litigation. Oh, she may know about some legal proceedings that are coming down the pike. She says this is about the court of law or spiritual court. Whoa. Resolving a dispute, a plaintiff filing a complaint, discovery phase, gathering evidence in a trial before a jury or a judge. So she's saying here that Beyonce is going down with the ship. She's surrounded by people who are on their way out of here. And she feels like she's just a casualty of war. So maybe she doesn't have really, a big issue with Beyonce, but she just sees her as, collateral damage. Wow. How does she feel about Jay-Z? She said he's trespassing, he's intruding and encroaching and invading. He's going into someone else's land or property without permission, overstepping boundaries, entering private property to commit a sin or do wrong against someone. And she said he's an NPC and a zombie. Wow. She said he's a burden or he has burdens. He has a heavy load to carry or a hard duty and work that causes him stress. What else do you feel about Jay-Z? That he's trite, that he's cliche, lacking sincerity, a rinse and repeat strategy that's outdated or overused, a remark, opinion, or idea that is dull, unoriginal, and lacking originality, freshness, or impact because it's been used too many times. She feels like he's washed out. Whoa. Okay, Nicki. Okay. We want to move on to a different deck here. What are your upcoming plans? What are your upcoming plans when it comes to music? Well, just in general, when it deals with the public. All right, so we have a slap in the face. She feels like people have turned their backs on her and they've taken her kindness for weakness. She feels disappointed by a particular person or people in general. Someone that she least expects, she feels like turned their back on her. She feels like she has helped someone just for them to turn around and hurt her. And she feels like this is unfair and unnecessary. And she feels like people owe her more, or this person owes her more. People are ungrateful. People have the attitude of, what have you done for me lately? And she doesn't like that. Okay, so we have some kind of ownership. She has an inheritance here. She's coming for her thing. She's coming to collect, y'all. I think she may be coming in really strong and forceful. She has a chip on her shoulder. She's taking ownership here. She's talking about inheritance and belongings and possessions. So she feels like she has something to prove. She has a chip on her shoulder. Okay, she says, believe it or not, she is fully committed to a new story. She said, doubt is the opposite of manifesting. She lacks nothing. Wavering is not her thing. She understands that it just blocks her manifestation. So she is sticking to her story. She is feeling it real. She's persisting until it materializes and holding the vision without needing physical evidence. She understands that her thoughts become things and life is what she makes it. So she is in her bag. She's manifesting something, y'all. She might be in the lab. That's the magician energy here. Gemini and Virgo energy. She is absolutely in the lab working on something. What else? She says she's standing alone. She has rugged individuality, independence, self-sufficiency. She says she is set apart and isolated, and she's okay with that. And she said, people think that I'm down, but don't count me out, because I'm not. I'm definitely coming back full-fledged. She's saying that this is all a trick. I'm quiet intentionally. What else? She thinks she's coming for her financial endowment. The Seven of Pentacles. Nicki is slowly but surely working up something here, cooking up something. Seven of Pentacles is the energy of planting a seed. It's about sowing a seed, and it's a well-planted seed. It's a patient move, though. She's being very patient and calculated here. This is about growth. This is about an investment. There could be some big money coming her way for some reason. She's thinking about the long term, the sweat equity she has put into this. So this could be money being returned to her, some kind of windfall of money coming her way. But she says that she's going to get something out of the deal. She could also be reworking some kind of deal. We have the Wizard of Oz. Yeah. So she's also thinking about the people in the industry who have pulled, the wool over other people's eyes. She says their bark is bigger than their bite. They are not who they appear to be. She's willing to go against the system. She said target practice. She is fixated, preying on someone, locked in on a target. She is taking shots, taking aim, focal point, victimization, and shooting their shot. She has something that she's working on. And like I said, she has a chip on her shoulder. One more. She says boots on the ground. Wow. Soldiers, troops, combat personnel in the field, a military person, muscle support, reinforcements and protection in the defense team. So she's trying to get her ducks in a row to surprise people. She said, right now I'm flying below radar. I'm laying low. I'm keeping a low profile. Being quiet and secretive about her moves. She's avoiding detection and staying out of the public eye, going unnoticed, discreet, mysterious, and not easily detectable. She's working on something. Yeah, she's in fighter mode right now. She's in battle mode. She's showing up as the Five of Wands. As she says here that she is right now pulling her attention away from anybody that she feels like would feed off of her attention with negativity. She's not trying to force anything or anyone. There could be something going on with her marriage. I don't know if she's like renewing her vows. There could be something like that going on here as well. But she says she is grounded and she has stable potential here. The Ace of Pentacles. Again, she's planting some kind of seed. And she says she's sitting in the seat of power. I feel like she's coming for Jay-Z. I feel like she's probably going to address all her ops, all of the people she has an issue with. But I feel strongly like her issue is with Jay-Z. She has a real issue with him. It says here, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Wearing the pants, making executive decisions, calling the shots, in control, rulership. This is what she's coming after though. Domination, an authority figure, a level up, called to lead. Law and order and mind over matter. She feels like she's the HNIC or she's coming for the HNIC. She's the boss. She's in divine masculine energy. She's focused on her structure, being very disciplined, focused. And she wants the powers that be to know she is a force to be reckoned with. All right, Nikki, what you got for Cardi? We're going to go down the line. All your apps. What you got for Cardi? Y'all, the Three of Pentacles and the Fool card fell out, and that makes me wonder if, wouldn't it be something if they actually collaborated? That's about a collaboration. I don't think that's going to be what it is, but that would be interesting. Okay, so what are your feelings towards Cardi and your ops, Megan, all of them? The other hip-hop girls. He's showing up as the Lovers, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. Actually, I feel like she might have a collaboration with another major female rapper. Could be somebody like, I'm seeing Capricorn energy here that makes me think of like Ice Spice. I don't know if they're still cool, but I know that's one of the few that she had on her team. There's Gemini energy here. And then we have Taurus energy as well. Nicki actually, believe it or not, Nicki respects other people's pen. Even though she may have issues with them, she respects other people's pen. She just likes to be the leader. We have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. She knows she's influenced these girls. She kind of gloats with that. You know, she's like, okay, well, these are, like she says, all these bees are my sons. This is how she feels. She feels like she's the leader of the pack. But I do feel like some part of her does have second thoughts here, or maybe a little bit of regret about not collaborating with some of the girls and starting fights with them, you know, to try to maintain control. Yeah, we had the Hangman, which talks about, wow, the Hangman going into the Five of Wands. Again, so she's in rare form, and she's reflecting now on how she could have handled things better. So she is kind of convicting herself about, okay, maybe I did lash out a little bit. Okay, so how do you feel about the industry altogether? The current state of music, we have the King of Pentacles. She feels like all these bees are her son. We have the Nine of Swords. She has secondhand embarrassment about some of the music that comes out. And I do feel like Nicki actually, I'm seeing a lot of cards here to show me Nicki may actually want to extend an olive branch to some of the people she's had issues with. I do feel like she's focused on this masculine energy here that runs the industry. Somebody she sees as a power player. That could be Jay-Z. It doesn't have to be. And she has disappointment here. Five of Cups. Wanted to the King of Wands. That's definitely Jay-Z's card. And then the Queen of Swords. So she's very critical because she, you know, she loves music and she values people who will take it very seriously. She has a lot to say. And she's planning on saying it. She just doesn't want to come out and be rejected. So she's trying to let anticipation build where people will be excited to see her again. This is what I see for her. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next episode.